It's incredible, isn't it? And it takes until I open my mouth and start using my throat that I realise, hey, I better clear my throat before speaking. And so I've noticed quite a lot that you get treated to a nice little when I start the stream. I'm good at this, aren't I? Apparently, Spooge, flipping Spooge, 33 stinking months. That looks like such a big and wrong number, and I don't know why, because other people have subscribed for even longer, but it does, I don't know, it just seems odd that anyone should subscribe for such a long time. 3 stinking years, what's that about? Wow, well, I ain't gonna complain. That's fantastic, thank you. Very, very much. I hope that it has been, well, clearly it's been a worthwhile 3 years. It's Monday. It's flipping Monday, isn't it? I completely forgot. I think I'm getting a bit confused because tomorrow is my last day at my current job. Technically it's Wednesday, but I've got annual leave on Wednesday, so I'm not going to be there on Wednesday. It's kind of funny because I didn't technically have enough leave left. Stupid. For a full day, but I mean, they've let me have a full day anyway, and I've probably earned it. Let's face it. I'm sure they can cover an extra 2 hours. Whatever. So yes, that's happening. That's unbelievable as well. What's it all about? Scary. Well, yeah, I suppose. I mean, they can't. They're a bit out of options. And the firing process takes such a long time that they wouldn't even be able to do that. Ah. Yeah, it's actually I keep meaning to email them back because they emailed me last week to confirm what will be happening on the first day, and I haven't replied to them, and that's very rude. And so I should do that and say, hey, I've received the email and I'm okay with it. I don't want to go radio silent on them at this late stage. I'm going to do that now. Apologies for the late reply. A lot of my emails start like that. Been a bit hectic this last week. All good for. I've been stood up all day. Can I veto the get up for a bit? My ankle is really hurting. I have been stood up quite a bit today. I may stand up later on, but I do not think I have the power right now. I will do a stretch. Good idea. I'll do a stretch. Let's go on the floor and do a stretch. And while I'm at it, hey, how's your day been? And how's your weekend been? I hope all has been well. I will read the things after I've stretched. Is my headset going to stay on my head? That's the big question. Sort of. Not really. I'm amazed that they don't do, like, headset hats. They probably do, don't they? So your headset doesn't fall off. It just stays on your head because it's a hat. I think that's a brilliant idea. And they do those stupid hats that have got goggles built in, but then nobody ever wears them as goggles because they'd look stupid. So why can't they do a headset hat? Honestly. What do I know, eh? I've got a list of stretches from when I had physiotherapy a couple of years ago, so I'm just doing those again, in case you're wondering. While also trying to keep my headphones on. I think the problem is, because I'm having to stand so much, it's just making my legs ache normally. And because my leg is my leg is not very comfortable, it's just bad news all around, this leg thing. Also, my chair. I might treat myself to a new chair at some point. I found a shop that does second-hand Herman Miller chairs, which are the gold standard, as far as I'm aware. So I might get one of those. They're not like mega expensive. They're expensive because, you know, they are expensive chairs, but I'm just gonna have a quick look what sort of prices we were looking at. Yeah, so I mean, it's about 500 quid for one of these chairs, and that's the cheaper options. They get even more expensive. However, like I say, they are the chair, supposedly. So I think it would probably be worth it. It would take a bit of saving up though. Okay, so Ithronia has found some ancient pivot animations he did back in the day. That's excellent. Question is, submit for film festival or share now? Well, in case you hadn't inferred from the title and the quote-unquote game, guess what we're going to be doing today? A moment. We are going to be... nope. Ta-da! It's pivot time. Oh, hold on. Let's stretch the arm out. And let's sort of put the body over there. I like to do this sort of... wave. So, possibly, I could show them right now. If it is your want. Oh, this guy sits and meditates, I guess. Also, I made a discovery. So, this can be a little hint for when you do your animations, if you are doing an animation. That's his cowboy stance, I guess. So, by default, you are sort of limited with pivot because you just get the rotation, and that's kind of it. You can scale the figures up and down, but again, you're just making them bigger or smaller. So, the options for making your animations feel a little bit more 3D are a little bit limited, except... you can change the length on the fly. So if you wanted to have somebody stood at an angle, you could do that, and then you could do that, and then you could do... Yeah! I mean, it doesn't look great, but... I know, and I only discovered this today. And, I mean, it's a bit tricky. It does sort of snap to the original length, which is helpful. It is a bit tricky because they're still stick figures, so you're still a little bit limited, but you can make it look like they are actually 3D, and you could say put them on one leg, and then the other leg can be sort of stuck out like that. Perspective was never my strong suit, I will be honest with you, so there you go. You hold control and drag and it does that. There you go. And you can even... yeah, I mean, it's limited application for the head joint, I think. And you probably want to use it fairly sparingly, but it's pretty cool, huh? I wish there was a hidden thing for keyframes. That would be fantastic, wouldn't it? Maybe there is. Pivot help. Animation frame controls. Mon, good evening. Hey, I didn't say good evening to everyone. Good evening to Spooge and Concons and Ithrunya and Mon. There we go. Keyframes. So keyframes. We might as well discuss some animation things while we're here. I'll just open a new animation to make life easier. So let's say you wanted to animate a guy having a bit of a jog. All right. So it's probably leaning forward a bit, and you might be tempted to do something like, oh, let's probably stick his leg out a bit. Boink. And then probably like that. Doing Mega Man style. So, it sort of looks like somebody running, doesn't it? It's very, very basic and it's very, very jerky. But, these keyframes, right? So, what you would do is then animate in between. That's the general concept of a keyframe. It's kind of like the main bit of the animation, and so you could now make could insert a couple more frames and sort of do the in-betweens, and you know where you're wanting to end up because you've got the frame there. Look. So already it's marginally smoother. The frame doesn't save until you switch. It looks even less like running now, but you get what I mean. It's sort of doing the main how can I don't really know how else to describe it. I guess it makes sense, doesn't it? Also, apparently you can switch frames by using the comma and full stop keys, which is pretty good. I mean, Connie, I don't think that's true. You used to do some great animations. I suck at animation because I was too scared to do it. I am certain that you did some really good animations back in the day. Not in Pivot. I mean, arguably it was more difficult because it was all the pixel art stuff. Anyway, I'm not really sure what we're going to... Oops, I don't want to save that. No. I'm not really sure what we're going to animate today. I thought, you see, I made the... It was a good gift. So I made this, didn't I, for the announcement image, and I thought it would be fun to animate this scene. It wouldn't be a very long animation, but you know, this is supposed to be the director and this is the camera operator, and it doesn't really. I mean, it looks a little bit dynamic, but it doesn't really get across what I was trying to get across, which is to say, this trolley. This guy, yeah, it's not going to end well. So maybe I'll try that. I also thought, because a lot of my old animations involve people getting shot, case in point. I could maybe do a riff on that. People getting shot, the movie. That's actually not a bad animation, is it? It's just, for some reason, this guy's got really short legs and a really long body. Question, go. Charming. Are the submissions raw animation files or full videos? It is up to you. It is entirely up to you. I have put in the rules that you're allowed to embellish your videos, if you so wish. So you could go full sound engineer, as long as it's primarily a pivot animation. You can do what you want. People getting shot in the movies, not just the Expendables. I feel like I would get a kick out of Expendables, you know. As crap as it looks, I think that's part of the appeal, to be quite honest. So, let's do animation. Let's get rid of this guy because he's rubbish. Let's load in. Who should we have? So I've got a lot of stick figures that I have made, including this guy, which I don't even like. How is anybody supposed to do anything with that? What's the purpose of this? Why gummy stick figure? Let's get rid of that frame, yes. Get rid of that. We don't want Blobby. I mean, somebody can try and use Blobby if they really want to. I did quite like, actually, of a lot of the stick figures that I made back in the day. They have this sort of design. So you'll notice they have no neck, which is actually quite good because I've found when I've just been tinkering about that stick figures with shoulders kind of look weird. I do have a stick figure with shoulders somewhere. Yeah, that one. And you know, they look a bit weird. I mean, if you did the proportions correctly, then that would be it would probably be better. But I think having no neck gets around the shoulder issue. Asda have brought out an adorable cat bedding and it is freaking soft. Asda. Well, that's all food. Cat bed. Not in groceries. Is it George? That's a cat succulent. Sketchy cats. Please provide a link because I need to see this. Anyway, I kind of like this guy. He's pretty good. He's just kind of a dude and very versatile. I find that the feet are a little bit annoying, but well, it's fine. This is animation, and it's going to be annoying whatever you do. He's also got a very bendy spine. I mean, yeah, that looks kind of painful, but it just gives you a bit more flexibility in terms of getting him to dance like that. That's pretty good, isn't it? I sometimes, oh wow, yeah, that's like a disco pose, isn't it? So, I don't want to delete it. I want to also have, where was that shopping trolley? Oh, it was White Sketchy Cats. Cats. Black and white sketchy cats. Oh my gosh, that dinosaur sketch fleece! That is so cute! The dinosaur sketch fleece. I would wear that. It's for 6 to 7 year olds at most. Black and white sketchy cats, that is excellent. Oh, it's only got one review and it's 1 star. I washed this item before using and it's ripped apart at the seams. Oh dear. Guess they got a bad batch. That is very cute and reversible. Excellent. Right. What is this actually? Test base. Rubbish. That's what it is. Oh, actually, interesting. I've got bikes and stuff. Car. Okay. Car first person. Oh my gosh, really? That is gloriously dumb. It doesn't give you any arm. Oh cripes, okay. You don't get any arms to use with it. You can sort of this is quite clever actually, isn't it? You got the gear stick. Beautiful. And it's very easy to make UK mode. Fantastic. Why are the ignitions all the way over here though? Or is it? No, that's the ignition. That's the glove box. The ignition even turns. That's really cool. But I want the shopping trolley, and I can't remember where it is. Hover car. Cool. Scooter pack. Oh my gosh, you have to build your own scooter. How boring is that? Stuff? Is it going to be in stuff? Shopping cart, there it is. Now the trouble with this is that it's very sort of heavy. And I guess I could change the colour of it. Make it a grey. And then I can put my dude in it. How would one ride in a shopping cart, I wonder? Probably brace quite heavily. This is where that bendy back comes into play. Alright, well that's a good start. We have an opener, or at least we have some sort of plan. They were on a brilliant website called droids.org. Everything was there. I had a look at it earlier on the Wayback Machine. And yeah, it brought back some memories. It was kind of like... it was kind of like Mod the Sims but for Pivot. It was great, and you could download all sorts of stuff. I'm just going to make it a bit bigger because it's very small. 506 by 415. Let's go 800 by 600. Or should we? That's really big actually, 800 by 600. Might be bigger than... It might be bigger than I need, but it might also be better to have everything at like a 1.5 scale. And that would make it easier to manipulate stuff than everything's not really tiny. I will just say I did put up a download link to grab a load of stick figures from my collection, including a massive pack of stuff from Droids. So I would grab that if you're looking to animate and you want to have a bit more variety in your animations, then I would definitely give that a look. And the shopping trolley may be included as well. I can't remember now. Okay, so I think... I'm just trying to think how to actually start this, because I don't think we want to start with the shopping trolley being on screen, do we? So if I just remove that and I'll keep the guy, because we can have the director look like this as well. The camera operator, there was a camera somewhere. LOL camera set. And we've got that, which is kind of funny. We've got camera. It's beautiful. And I may need to make some sort of tripod for it as well. Very basic tripod. As to put Halloween stock on their website, you say? Oh dear. Actually, Next have got their autumn stuff in as well. We're in Next Home, and yeah, they've it's all there. Huh? Okay, add to animation. There we go, tripod. Isn't it beautiful? It's also a bit small. Oh yes, I understand that. Does that look dumb? Should they just hold it in their hands? Maybe they should just hold it in their hands. I think let's just hold it in their hands. So, the camera operator. There he is with his camera. Yeah. Stand up straight. You're making a movie. Okay, there's the camera operator. We need the director, who is very small. Actually, would it be funny? Would it be really stupid and funny? For no particular good reason. If we were to make the director actually really small. Don't know why I did this guy in this weird pose, but it does make things a bit more difficult. I just want a posable stick figure. It looks like he's having a poop. The little guy. He can be the director. Pardon me. Okay. So we've got our director, we've got our camera operator. Can I actually there is a join unjoin figure to another. Oh goodness, what? Uh-huh. Well, that's fantastic. I mean, it's sort of joined to his elbow, but flipping hell, that makes life easier. Huh? So does that mean? I suppose it would work with every sort of figure, but if we were to have that, for instance, all these cool little things and no interpolation. Interpolation is cheating. If I did that and then I did, that's my homemade M6D from Halo in pivot style. And added the guy. That is. Oh my goodness! I mean, yeah, it kind of breaks. Hang on. Oh wait. Really? Oh dear, I've not done that very well, have I? Well, there we go. He's now holding an M6D, sort of halfway down the handle. That's pretty good though. Let's get rid of that. Because I don't think we'll be needing a gun in this unless somebody gets shot. Will somebody get shot? Possibly. It seems likely that someone will get shot in this film. He actually got kind of long monkey arms as well, this fella. Never mind. So, we've got our scene. We've got, we need to get from nice little film set with nice things happening, it's all planned, to shopping cart ramming into these two, basically. And it probably wants to be fairly short because animation takes forever. We have got a few hours, but you know. So I actually think we should have a variety of stick figures here. I'm gonna go with my favourite kind of stick figure, who is this chunky fella, who is also in the download. I like the idea. Yes, I've got the chill playlist on in the background as well. Animation being the most chill thing ever. So I've got this idea of the director perhaps filming something that's not necessarily supposed to be chaotic. So this guy, he's just there to talk about the film festival perhaps. There is no background. I'm not sure that we really need one, but it would be nice to have some sort of floor. You know? Unfortunately, my options are limited. I can have them at a bus stop, I suppose. But it doesn't really make a lot of sense. It looks like there's a massive gutter to me. But it's, I mean, it's pretty good other than that. But it's not really the vibe that I'm going for. I do have... I've got... Oh my gosh, what is this and why is it so adorable? That is really well made actually for Pivot, but that's not what we're after. Just want some sort of background. I mean, that might do if I scale it up to like 200. And just kind of there on the street. Make it much lighter colour. Beautiful. Maybe... Yeah, I think that's the best, isn't it? Maybe I flip it round. Damn it. This is the trouble if you lose your sort of movement handles off the side of the screen, then you've had it. Fortunately, there is a center button, but we didn't always have that. Okay, so I guess this is going to be frame number 1. So he's going to be sort of swinging his arms around, waiting. He's going to be faffing about with his camera and making sure that it's all ready to go. And he... I don't know what he can be doing that's not just him stood there, because that's going to look really lame. I feel like he should have been on the phone, actually. Maybe I can do that. Is there a phone? Do I have some sort of phone? Stuff. Sign pack, cursor, punch bag. Radio? No, that's not the right kind of radio. Electric guitar. Kind of funny. There's some very loud vehicles outside, which is just brilliant. Always love it. Always love it when that happens. Have we got just objects and props? There's a microphone. There's a nuke. Great. This is from one extreme to the other. Oh, there's a bong. That's great. Ah, a cell phone. Perfect. It's huge. Maybe I'll do it at 70%. Yeah. With a little antenna. Well, yep, this is the way to go, I think. Okay. So he's got his hand on his hip. He's on the phone. Okay. What do you mean the sponsor's pulled out? Alright. Add frame. Okay. Yep, making sure the camera's all set up. He is, I guess he's just going to be bobbing his head around to simulate speech. This is the trouble with animation, you can't really feasibly leave anything completely static because it looks unnatural. Which makes sense because nobody is ever completely static. Oh no. I want to lower it below the stick figure but above the background. Right, okay, that makes sense. Maybe he sort of leans on one leg a little bit. I'm not really sure what he's doing with this camera because there's not enough detail to tinker with it. I also didn't move the little guy at all during that. Join that to that. Kind of works, right? It's gonna be very boring until the shopping trolley comes on. Okay. He's now going to start to lift up camera and also sort of begin to lower himself. He's still going to sort of lean back. They have a stick. That's his phone. Pardon me. Still sort of waving his arms around. Leaning a bit further back. Right. The camera operator is slowly getting down onto the ground. Marvin, yeah, I see what you mean. Okay. Phone's gonna go down now. And further. I don't want him to lower himself like super slowly because that's going to look unnatural. But then again, maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe the whole point of this is to just have fun and don't let perfect be the enemy of good. Practice what I preach. Just make an animation. I don't know if I want him moving much. Really? I also probably want to just make this a little bit faster. 20 will do. So what do our 8 frames look like so far? Huh? Well, it's smooth. Kind of shakes his head around a bit, does our camera operator. Wants to be a bit further down, doesn't it? There we go. You like to block out the movement by just dragging and pressing space the whole time. Actually, that's not a bad idea. The only trouble with that is he can only do it with one joint at once. That back foot is going to sort of slide backwards. Yeah. That's a really good idea, that. So the phone is going to sort of he's gonna sort of lean in a bit as well. There's the trouble with the thick guy is that you can't really see his arms after a certain point. But you can't see very much, just kind of looks like a bit of a mass. He's going to do a cool thing with his phone and sort of flip it back in. There has to come a point where you sort of stop moving things around as well. Again, real life we don't tend to stay completely stone still. So it looks really unnatural if you just leave your stick figures completely static. So a little bit of movement is better than nothing. Maybe he can sort of, now that he sees the stop faffing about, he can begin to stand up straight again. And this phone is going to slap him in the face a little bit, but tiny weeny little bits of movement on the camera. You kind of wish there was a sort of slow movement option, like a precise movement option. I don't know how people made these sort of several minute really complex animations with this. Hang on, did I move? I didn't move the phone that last frame. Okay. This music sounds familiar, I'm not sure what it is actually. Let's have a look. That's right. It's from New Vegas apparently. I can't hear it. I should really make it so that I can hear it, shouldn't I? Because it's not very exciting not having any music. I will listen also. That's my speakers, that's brilliant. It's been a long time since I did that. Stardew. how appropriate. Hold on. I stopped moving his arm. Gosh darn it. It's also keeping track of all the little things that you need to. Remember to move. If you've moved something in the previous frame, then you need to make sure you move it again. Oh no. This is why I never did animation when we had our little pixel art community. Because I was always it always seemed like such a big job. And yeah, we did have to kind of redraw everything, every frame. Okay, how's that looking so far? We've got how many frames? 21. Huh? He sort of goes into his lean back very suddenly. It's got that weird shakiness that puppetry, like amateur puppetry, tends to have. A lot of my old animations didn't really have that, but I think it's because I was operating at a lower frame rate, and maybe I should have done that this time. But never mind. Again, don't let perfect be the enemy of good. Time to put away the phone in the secret pocket. I started to move his head and then forgot. This guy's not moving at all now, but I don't really know what to do with him at this point, so... Gonna put it in his Robocop holster that's stuck to his leg. Let's remove the phone. Okay. And now he's going to have completely given up on the whole moving everything around. He's gonna call gonna sort of lean back again because he's getting excited. I guess if you are sort of focusing on one thing, then it doesn't really matter having limited movement elsewhere. Looks like he's going to fall over. Leaning really far back. And then this is going to be quite rapid, so... Needs to be leaning really far forward when he comes back in. A little action. A little bit of what do you call it when you sort of winding an animation, like a bit of animation down and you sort of smoothing it out towards the end? Okay, how's this look? Ah! That's exactly what I was going for. Yeah, action. Crisp. Looks over and then, yeah. Cool. Smooth. Now he's gonna start enthusing about the animation festival. The camera operator is very still, as they should be. He's gonna raise his arms, and he's gonna be like, "Welcome Again, because this guy's so chunky, doesn't really lend itself to precision. Wait. We're gonna have him wave his arms around like a Madden. The zoom would be really helpful. That's why I've got everything at 150 scale. That would be super valuable. I bet the newest version has some sort of zoom actually, but the newest version looks too complex. Like, I know this is a really simple bit of software. And any additional complexity would be a lot more complex. But yeah, there's a beauty to its yes. Its nature as a very simple software. Newest version, yeah, sketchy adware. I think all of them do now, which is pretty bad. Somebody pointed out in the forums, and they were like, the creator was like, well, it's not hard to press no on anything, you know. And that's not the point, is it? The viruses are optional. I'm sure CrowdStrike said the same thing. Topical. Wave those arms. How's that? It does look like he what's the word for talking with your hands? It's not postulating, is it? Anyway, this software didn't used to have a select function, and it does now. Gesticulating, that's the word I was looking for. Right, so I've got a plan now. What? He didn't have a plan before? So this person is going to start talking with one hand. And then and then it's time for some screen shake. This is a favourite technique of mine in my older animations. And it does, like, it hides a multitude of sins. It does make it difficult to keep everything in line. But again, you can get away with a lot because everything's moving. And you would have some quite harsh movement, wouldn't you, if there was if there was such a rumble as to cause this sort of thing. Okay. How can I make this work? I'm having to sort of guess. Right, very harsh movement right there. I think actually there is a way to add multiple onion skins. Yeah, that might help matters. Because I kind of want to know where it was before. I don't want to move it further. I want it to sort of, yeah, that looks right. What I should do is put everything in place and then start to maneuver the stick figures. Oops. Is that going to be enough rumble, or is it going to peter out a bit too quickly? And where they want to end up as well. So, this, oops, for God's sake. The selection thing, I'm not used to it. So I want this fella, like, he's sprawled. Flat out, he's gone, he's wiped completely. Flat. Ugh. The camera. Yeah, it's not in a good way. I want him to be in a sort of They are bracing against the impact. Whatever the impact might be. Okay, let's have a look. Blah, 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 blah. Ugh! It's a bit faster than I wanted it to be, but... never mind. Oh right, the onion skins only show when you've got the stick figure selected, I see. Again, I've got to remember where he was. Ah! Stardew! He wasn't that far over, was he? Hang on. Where's that? Did I not save that frame where it actually completely wiped? This back is looking a little bit wobbly. Well, the chute is completely ruined now. The camera operator is on the floor. So much for having them where I wanted them to end up. This is what I mean about wanting a zoom or a precise selector, because these joints for some reason are really small. I don't know why. I think it's because the bone, as it were, is very small. So the joint handles are really tiny as well. Okay, how's that? That looks like a good tumble. And again, he wants to be cowering. Bent back. Perfect. Oops. You almost want to go through and sort of animate each character individually. Listen, this director knows his health and safety manual. He wants to make sure there's no lawsuits. If that involves him cowering. Oh, I'm already at the cowering stage and I've not even got to the end. Oh, I've only got one frame to do, haven't I? Okay. His arms are a little bit bent as well. And his neck, his back was a bit bent. Oh, that should be good. Okay, let's see how that looks. That's pretty good. I'll take that. And the falling is pretty good also. I'm happy with the falling. Now we've just got to try and get him from that point to that point. And that shouldn't be like overly difficult really. Sort of gets knocked off his feet a little bit. Where are his arms? Sort of stretched out, aren't they? Okay, that looks like it'll be good. How's that? I'll take it. Again, let's not let perfect be the enemy of good. They're slowly gonna sort of lift themselves up a little bit. Except him, he's out of it, KO'd. This is gonna amount to like 10 seconds of animation. This is the trouble with stop motion. Hang on, have I not quite done that right? Is I'm gonna have him. Oh yes, the 5. But that's why I said 5 minutes, because that was gonna be plenty of time. I mean, it takes them years to make one of the very short Wallace and Gromit animations, for crying out loud. He's going to sort of settle back a little bit. He's going to stand up. Maybe he should sort of stand up backwards. Sims! Gosh, I do miss the random legacy challenge sometimes. Remember those years. Right. And it's at this point that we had the trolley. Dark grey to have it stand out against the background, but still not be like a main element. And the trolley, I might need to put it in full screen actually, so I can do this properly. Because you see, you can manipulate things outside the frame. It's just if your window isn't big enough, then you're gonna struggle because you can't scroll this around. Being able to do that and scroll the canvas would be really, really valuable, but it doesn't. It just sort of does the drag select. So we will need to just do this. And I'm putting it there to prepare it for when the trolley comes on screen. The guy. It's a bit tragic that I can't join them together because then his leg will be stuck to this bottom bit and that wouldn't look right. I'll just have to move them together, I suppose. Anyway, they're both sort of now looking to the air, and then, I mean, there is no reason for this because it's a stick figure animation. Oh no, they don't rotate together. I suppose that makes sense. Well, it's fine. Sort of wants to come in at this sort of angle. Again, quite rapid movement. Smack. He's taken aback a little bit. He's Trying to stand up. For goodness sake! And when you do the drag select, it doesn't deselect whatever you had selected before. Oh no! Chaos. How much did it move previously, actually? About that much, I think. I need to measure it in trolley squares. What is this? What is this nonsense that I'm making here? I enjoy seeing the onion skins of the trolley. About there, I think. We're gonna get away with a lot because you can't really see the this stick figure very easily because of the trolley. And then fast movement. Whee! That looks brilliant. That looks brilliant as well. Nyam. Gonna have to do this thing bouncing as well. Okay. Is this still going? Oh no! Smack. Okay, well, something is happening here. Oh, for goodness sake. Alright, I'll just move him back. Oh my gosh, did it bug break? Okay, bug break, snack and pee and stretch and stuff, preferably not at once unless you're really good at multitasking. If you see a stick figure along the way, run away before the inevitable manually animated frame by frame chaos continues. Okay, I'll finish this frame. I'll just add it and then it's saved. See, I've forgotten to show him falling to the floor. Yeah. Okay. Let's just play that back and just see what it looks like. Smack. That is so dumb. Okay. Let's go for bug break. Back in a few minutes. Ghost jobs in this game. What? What was that?
I don't know.
Let's just unpack what just happened. So she picked up the chicken and tossed it in the air, caught it, and sort of span it around and then put it back down. My initial thought was, is she going to nick her own chicken? But then while she was playing with it, it turned into a gnome.
Did it? I missed that bit.
Yeah, it turned into a gnome. And then turned back again when she put it down. We can't... No, whatever. What do you say to a bear to get it to come with you? Sofa? Doesn't look half bad to say that it's over 10 years old now. Hi. Oh crap. I walked off the edge to get rid of the fairy, not realising that it would also get rid of the master sword. What a dummy! I'm very sorry. Let's do this. Oh my goodness! Is she going... God's sake, Kaylin. Go home! Whee! And... Boom! Yeah! Have a kip. He's stinky because look at his clothes! He's found them in the bin! It's not fine! It's not fine! Oh! Bentley! Bentley, give me a sheep! Ah! Ah! A raiding party? What do you want? Do you not realise who you're dealing with? I've got a stick and I'm going to beat you up with it! Come here! Yeah, you! What? You don't want this? That's what you get. I can't be doing with these sacks having a go at me. I just want to get home. Uh-oh. Ah! You, right stick to move to aim, and left stick to choose the path. This is weird. The controls are weird. And then A to golf. There you go.
A to golf. Wonderful.
Okay, there you go. Did you get all that? You get to decide what happens here. This is creepy. This is creepy. Oh God. Why? Uh-oh. Oh dear. We appear to have made matters significantly worse. Significantly worse. At least her eyes are the right size now. How? I don't entirely get... There we go. Oh, chunks. We got some chunky bricks. Okay, now let's reduce block width down a bit. Well, that was I think we need to see that again. Where's my cursor? There it is. Whee! That was glorious. Beautiful. It looks like he's just, you know, that grimacing emoji. That's what that cat's doing. It's like, orcs. What? So, somebody explain to me how you can have two incredibly difficult bosses and then follow it up with that piece of junk. What was that? Do 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 do. 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 Do do. You know what I mean? This is a strange song. Smite. Cheeky. Nope, he's still alive. Be smitten, you stupid man! Stop peeing on the floor! Oh, his hunger's all the way down. Is he going to die of hunger from being hit by lightning too much? That makes no sense. Do we get one more smite? Jeez, how is he still going? Well, oh no, there we go. Spaghetti is not available to talk. No, he's died of hunger. Well, there we go. Oh no, does he not get his nice tombstone this time? Oh. Well, that's pretty sad.
You're going to get more. All right, dear. I'll get the tray for some wisdom.
What? We're going to go. Okay.
I thought she sent Link. Are we playing as Link then, or
So the king went.
then
He
Link
didn't come
went?
back. Link went and didn't come back. So now Zelda's off. All right, let's sort these boys out. Can I shoot my way into there? Yes, I can. And then go away! I just punched him in the face. Get lost, Dooku. Everybody's having a snooze. Oh, the tree's on fire outside. I notice. Renee's having a panic. You know it's raining, don't you, Renee? I'm just gonna go and check up on them and make sure they're okay. Yeah, they're fine, look. Look at, honestly, Cheeky, you are just a horror bag. What is this? What is this? There's an entire table to put that there. You could even have put it on this or on the counter. Reaper should have taken you. Disgrace.
Brilliant. You've made a train.
I made a train. Neue Spiel. Neue Spiel. Neue Spiel. Neue Spiel. Neue Spiel. Oh, are you guys supposed to shout us out?
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, that for a laugh. Otto's bearable and Luna. Yeah.
Wow, that is high praise.
Wow, for skewed.
I'm so honoured.
Holy Moses.
Otto is small. Luna is small. Everyone's small.
Everyone's small to you, Simmons.
Well, Otto, of all the southern, slightly mousy brown, reddish hair women I know that are going out with someone called Luna, you're the best one.
Oh, thank you
Don't
so
forget
much.
left-handed.
Dinosaur. Tiny dino. Hold me closer, tiny dino. Golf. I appear to have overgolfed. You appear to have undergolfed.
For God's sake.
Golf! I mean, I'll take it. I'm safe. Look. Robin isn't home. No, he's not home. He doesn't live here. This is the shop. Cow's going a bit mad. Look, you need to learn your place, Dipper. You've been on the floor twice now, and that's where you need to stay. You've got a good job, right? You've got a good position. You don't want to spend your life getting punched in the face by Rocky Balboa. That is just not going to end well, and you won't be able to see your blueprints, Dipper. Alton Towers won't be the same without you, Dipper. Is it more that you're winning or more that I'm losing?
Yes.
Oh no, fish! No,
no.
fish! You betrayed me. I hate that achievement. I don't know.
Magic crystal.
Let's. I mean, that's the motion you have to do. I'm not being funny.
You're the one who brought my attention to it.
I know, but I thought you needed to know.
It was being lewd.
Lewd?
Lewd.
Did I program this game? Is it called a shark cage? Oh, no, there we go. Look, yeah. Hello. Go on, punch him on the nose. Not that you'd be able to do that terribly efficiently underwater. Oh, look at Brenda with her swagger. Did you see that? Hold on, can we see that? Yeah! Girl! Where's she going? Is she swaggering all day? No? No? Ah yes, chocolate horse, my favourite dessert. Why aren't chocolate horses a thing? You get chocolate rabbits. That's about it, isn't it? What about SH Win Colour Star 2000? That's a mouthful, isn't it? What's this? It's gosh darn blooming Tetris, not Tetris, but you know what I mean, not playing it, go away. I don't care if it's not sharing a paint-free piece of junk, I could play a better game of a blooming mister. Ah, Star Ranger 1. What is this? Oh, this is what I'm talking about. Is this going to be stinking asteroids again? Viaducken. Come on then, let's see the last bit of content this game has to offer. And we are back. No, mute that, thank you. Oh dear. That yawn came at a bad time, huh? Okay. So. Oh, we've got the Sims music again. So I might be biting off a little more than I can chew here, but I think I know how I want this animation to end. I would like for it to finish. I'm gonna have to make it a bit bigger again so I can see what I'm doing down the edges. There we go. I just want to deprive you of this lovely background. I'm also sure that at some point I had a little widget at the bottom to say what was currently playing on the the music. I guess that's fallen by the wayside at some point. I can make a new one, I'm sure. So what I would like to happen after this is for the camera to follow the shopping trolley, which is going to be interesting because I'm going to have to find more background, or just have it go into the void. Maybe that would work. And then it rolls to a stop next to the word Stick Figure Film Festival, which I may end up stealing from the other one that I made. Because it was a pain in the butt. So, yeah, I think that would be fun. Right, so if my physics are correct, it would sort of do that, wouldn't it? There is no... It's a shame there's no rotate the whole figure option, because that would be really handy in situations such as this. Anyway. Again, another guy falling over. We want a little bounce. I mean, the little guy can't fall very far because his head's so freakishly big. Oh, I forgot to animate the other fellow as well. Oh, no I didn't. That's right, isn't it? Oh, but it's so easy to lose frames. Trying out a cheap, low-profile rubber dome keyboard after using a fancy mechanical with custom switches is about as painful as it sounds. Did you end up finding your perfect switch, actually? I don't know if we probably had this conversation. But I can't remember what came of it. Been experimenting since then, okay. Tell me more. Oops, that's add figure, not add frame. LTC Jersey tactile. Did I? No, I didn't move that guy that frame. Having the multiple onion skins is confusing me now. Phew. How's that look? 200 different switches. Shrek frames. I'm enjoying how this is coming together. God's sake. You found out something about blues during your journey? They're meh. I have Gateron blues in my keyboard and I like them. But I haven't tried 200 different switches out. So... my opinion is a little bit limited in that regard. Very mediocrely meh. Oh dear. I mean, he's off screen now. He's off screen, so we don't really need to worry about doing much more here. So bang. We'll finish making him fall on the ground and then that's a surprise, though. My understanding from following the sort of keyboard discourse over the years is that the cherries were the gold standard, but they're not as good as they were. That's why people go for Gatorons and stuff instead. Cherries were good when the molds were fresh in the 80s. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, I just think it's hard to keep track, isn't it? Because there's that many different keyboard manufacturers, key switch manufacturers. Okay, that's good. That's a good fall on the ground. He sort of bounces a little bit. It's not as natural as I hoped it would look, but it's pretty good. The vast majority are almost identical, yeah. That is the, yeah, I think the arms go up and then down, and they just need to stay on the trajectory a little bit, don't they? That might look better. Yeah, that's a bit better. Something good, perfect, yep. We've got a person falling over We've got 3 people falling over. That's your mark of a good animation. I mean, it's not bad to say that it was completely, you know, there wasn't any plan. It was just, let's make an animation. But anyway, at this point, I'm just going to add a frame and then remove all of this. And we're going to do the thing, so move that and then move that a bit more 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 and then keep it a constant probably at this point. So the idea is that we are sort of going to pan, as it were, over to the trolley and lose the background in the process because, well, it's just one background, so we could even have it fade out potentially. Would that look wrong? I think that would look wrong. I think it'd somehow look even more wrong than just making the background disappear. I have to go. Oh, the camera's still there. Ha! Suppose it would be. Garbage collection. Okay. There we go. Right, and I'll add the trolley at this point. I think pivot wizardry is a little bit well, I personally wouldn't use that term because I've seen some pivot animations that are much better than this one, but hey, to say that I haven't used this properly since like 2009. To say that some of my old animations were at the latest from 2010. Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take this animation being better than I expected. Actually, I've just had an excellent thought. Instead of this, because I was thinking, let's have the shopping trolley roll to a halt in front of the sign. Right? And now I'm thinking the trolley should crash into something. Right, I'm happy with that. I do keep making it smaller because I want you to see the background, and I think it looks a bit weird having top and bottom background. So we'll just leave it like that. Just in case you're wondering why I keep making the window bigger and smaller. Okay, hang on. We copy that, paste it in. There we are. And now we need to make this look like it's in motion, even though there's nothing in the background. Now, fortunately for us, trolleys are not known for being the most stable of vehicles. So we can just make it kind of rattle around a bit, and hopefully that will be enough, and have the figure react to the rattling. Slow it down. Not sure what to do about the legs. I feel like they're just going to look like they're wobbling at random because that's effectively what they are doing. See, the trouble is my grasp of physics is not really good enough to make these animations super believable. I think so. Well, there's a difference between believable and realistic, I think, and this is what I often say about animations, because I love animation, and I don't. Maybe part of the reason why I'm doing a fairly good job here is because I do watch and study animations. Because I find them, I think they're brilliant. I think animations are fantastic, and I love them. And that's probably why I got into this software in the first place. So, I have a bit of a grasp of how things like cartoons work, which is beneficial, because that's kind of what we're making here. I've completely forgotten what my point was. I lost my train of thought. But the point is, I have made study of cartoons. How's that looking? How's that looking before we continue on this? Okay. It looks like a rattly trolley. That's good. Honestly, I'm getting these bots trying to sell me viewers every stream now. I mean, is that a good sign? Right, so what I would like is for it to go flat on the ground here. The ground. And then sort of flatten out for a couple of frames. He sort of settles in. And then it goes for a bit of a bump. The algorithms love pivot. Oh yeah. And he reacts to the bump. Oh. And then it sort of has a little bit of a tiny wee bit of airtime. In fact, I might just have it move back a little bit, because we run the risk of it creeping along. Which I don't know if you watched that stupid Flash movie that I found that I'd made back in 2010. But something that kept happening with that film was that the characters kept growing. If they're on screen for a certain amount of time, they would sort of grow and sort of creep towards the edge of the screen. Because when I drew over the keyframes, I kept drawing them bigger and bigger and bigger, and I have done that when I've done animations. I'm trying to think when the last time I would have done a animation of that style, but whenever I've done that, it has been a common thing. And I think it's probably quite an easy trap to fall into, and with this, particularly with this object here, you do fall into the trap of things creeping over to the edge because you're rotating it around this axis. And Bend the elbows a bit. The shoulders. Stick figures have no shoulders. It comes to a bit of a harsh landing. Not quite that harsh. How's that then? Is this going to look any good, or is it going to look weird? Is it going to look like it's just sort of vibrating? That looks okay. I think it looked like I'd duplicated a frame there. Maybe. Let's just go through it. Oh yeah, that frame is way too similar. Let's just get rid of that one. Right, now actually I'm going to steal a trick from one of the Looney Tunes, classic Looney Tunes cartoons, Duck Amuck, which is one of the best animated shorts ever made. Even for Looney Tunes standards, it is so good. So good. I am really hoping that this hasn't crashed because I haven't saved this animation yet. Please don't have crashed. Oh my gosh, save early, save often, folks. Well, let's finish this point. So, I was going through the stick figures list because I was trying to find something for this fella in his shopping trolley to crash into. And I was looking through the list, and it shows you a little preview of every single one. And I think it's possible that night vision goggles is an extremely complex stick figure that is hopefully just taking forever to load. I really hope that's the case. I don't want to do this again. Save early, save often. That's your bit of advice. Oh no, nothing's happening. Oh crap. In fact, nothing's happening so much that it's now just displaying my wallpaper instead of the window. Oh boy. Please don't crash. Please load eventually. I'll just minimize it for now. What was I saying? It's put me off. Yes. No, don't say it. Don't say it. Duck Amuck, yes, one of the best bits of animation ever, even by Looney Tunes standards. It's really, really good, and that does a clever thing because there is a moment where it's about Daffy Duck, hence the name Duck Amuck. You could probably guess, and there's this one part where he's flying a plane and he crashes into a mountain. Now that sounds exciting already, but it's made even better because they did something really lazy, but it actually worked in their favour. Anything? Pivot? Oh jeez, I'm not happy about this. Why didn't I save? I suppose I could remake it, but I don't want to. You know how it is. Anyway, instead of showing Daffy in the plane crashing into the mountain, what they instead do is show Daffy in the plane, and then it pans over to the mountain, and then it pans slowly away from the mountain, and then you hear the plane crashing, and the screen sort of shakes. It's brilliant, and I wanted to steal that so bad, and I was looking for something that the trolley could crash into. Alas. Is it likely to be... There's not likely to be any sort of recovery thing, is there? Anyone here know how to recover unsaved files? There's no backup or autosave feature currently. That would work, and it would look really good, I think, and it would be very clever. The only thing is I don't have a background which can shake. But I could have it so that... Well, maybe it could pan over to, like, a wall or something, and then the sign, the stick figure animation sign. And bits of the sign could fall off. We can have that shake, and then a wheel sort of rolls into... to view. I'm just wondering if it has the file somewhere, like in a temporary folder somewhere, but I guess it probably doesn't. Well, that's the thing, it's Pivot 4, so I thought they might have got their act together by this point. I'm so sad. Why didn't I save it? Thing is that there is video reference, yeah, but I still don't want to have to remake it. It's the preview function that's made it crash, which leads me to think that it would probably have crashed had I been in Windows as well. Not a Linux problem. I might just leave it and see if it shapes itself. I mean, it's either that or close it and definitely lose it. The only thing is, I don't know what to do for the next 45 minutes. If it doesn't shape itself. Oh, that's annoying. Pivot 5 seems bloat. This is the trouble. Yeah. If there was like a zip version I could get, then... that would be useful. Wonder what BTOP says. It says it's not doing anything. It says it's using 62 megabytes of memory and 6.2% of the CPU. So it's not like it's struggling for resources. So, if you are making an animation and you haven't saved yet, first of all, save. Second of all, definitely save before you look at night vision goggles, apparently, which I think is probably in the zip file. Also backups. Okay, so either I could oh, jeez. I'd just like to show you something quickly. So I've got these nice number generators that I use on occasion. This is a great background, isn't it? And each of them is in a browser. Look at all these stupid things, privacy and transparency. We value your privacy. No, you don't. If you valued my privacy, online stopwatch, you wouldn't even bother with this. You'd just be like, hey, I'm not going to track you. Would it be so hard? Reject all. Save. Okay, I've got my number generator back. Except it looks like the crop is a little bit off, which is just brilliant. Is it because I've got padding at the top? Oh yeah, why have I got padding at the top? Oh, and there's an advert as well. Just fantastic. Maybe I need to make my own number generator. But I wanted the coin flip, which also has this, and because I've got it in a very small window, it doesn't show up properly. I think that might have a crop on it. Yeah. Privacy and transparency. Okay, so is this going to be one of those? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Look at this. Some vendors are not asking for your consent, but are using your personal data on the basis of their legitimate interest. This is what... Look at this. Why does a coin flip need 706 partners? It's sickening. Anyway, what I was going to do was... Heads, I leave the program open and we do something else. Tails, I restart the program and we make a tiny little animation with the remaining 40 minutes. Doesn't even flipping work, does it? Flip the coin. Flip the coin. Colour the coin. What? Flip the coin, would you? It's letting me select the text, but not interact with it. Why is this so crap? Do I need to uncrop it? There we go. Okay, Tails it is. We're going to close pivot because I mean it's not doing anything. How sad. We've lost our animation. Look. There can be no greater tragedy. Save early, save off. Yeah. Like you say, I do have it recorded, so it could be worse. Well, maybe I can demonstrate what I was going to do. So, who did I have? I had... I'm not going to touch that... flipping night vision goggles. Risky. Also, look at this creepy guy with his hands and individual fingers. Ew. Ew. Why would you do hands on a stick figure? It's just overdone. Pivot is capable of horror. Pivot is also capable of edge. Are you ready for this? This one is called... which one shall we have? This one's perfect. Are you ready? So, this one's called Last One Standing. And he's doing a Michael Jackson dance. Yeah, look at that. Look at this guy. What are you supposed to do with this, right? Look at the edge. Ooh. What have you got? Stick fight red versus blue. Oh dear. Blue is kicking ass. Hang on, I need to display this properly, don't I? I guess you don't have the PIV file. It's also really awkward copying this into the browser. We've also got the nice Sims 2 pre-release music, which I think is just fantastic. Gameskate 360. I enjoyed that you say it was made a long time ago, in 2011. Okay. Here we go. Probably want the audio as well. There is audio. Red's a pushover. A lot of cat fight as well. He may be a pushover, but at least he's persistent. And just walk off. I had nothing to do with this. We also have the wall. He's got a sword. This was made in Pivot 3 or 4, wasn't it? Oh no! This music. Whee! Stab that wall. I enjoy the attention to detail. Oof. Grab. Later. Where is the wall holding him? That's troubling. But his sword! Bye! Brilliant. Let's... oh, there weren't any other animations. Shame. However, we do know now that Ithronia is a big fan of the Fellowship of the Ring soundtrack. And for good reason. For good reason. Thank you for your offering. There's a lot of hidden videos on that channel, yep. There would have been a lot of hidden videos on my channel, but I deleted them all. Which is a shame because I had, funnily enough, quite a lot of pivot tutorials. Those were the days. So, let's just grab... let's grab the letter E. 600% scale. So the E is off the screen there. We need to have the shopping trolley, and we'll just do the shopping trolley. Won't faff about with the rest of it. We want no, not vehicles. It's stuff. Shopping trolley. Make it grey for the sake of argument. Okay, so the shopping trolley is sort of rolling along. And then it starts to move. We start to pan across. While also keeping the sort of the wobbly trolley movement, the little air time. Now the thing is, we don't want the E needs to appear somehow. Once it's completely off screen, then we'll I think we'll drop the E in from the air, right? That seems like the best way. And if I just sort of put that there, there we go. And the reason for this is we're going to be panning away from the E. Little bounce. And even littler bounce. Okay, how's that look? Okay, that's fine. That's fine for our purposes. And then we slowly, uniformly pan away from the E. probably want to make it bigger so I can see what I'm doing. And now we don't need the E anymore, so let's collect that garbage. Add a few frames of blank, and then, well, since we can't make the screen shake because there's nothing to shake, let's just have a look. Effects. Transform. Giga transparency, motion blur, mouth, whoosh, wide mouth, flame. There's no like bang, pow. Could be in the droid mega pack maybe. Blast and lasers. Super laser. Oh, that's very cool, but not what we need. I just need something going, some sort of onomatopoeia. However, I do think that at this point we might have to go down the whole have we got some sort of exclamation mark? Exclamation mark that is half the size of the rest of it. Although I do like a big exclamation mark. There we go. Problem solved. And then we delete all those. And finally, we want is there anything that is just a wheel that we can spin? Or am I going to have to go with just a circle? Might just have to go with a circle. That might have to do the job. And sort of make it wobble about a bit. Loads of frames at the end. Okay. Something like that. Something like that. And that's a very crappy example. But it does the job. It gets the point across. And it would be lots better with the with the original plan. I cannot believe I did that. Stupid. Well, it's okay. I can steal that trolley animation for later, can't I? That's 81 frames. I also think it goes off screen a little too quickly. Just seems to disappear. Okay, so trolley test saved. The cardinal sin. I should have remembered Roberta Williams' wise words. But alas, alack. I also forgot to refill my water. Not only must you save early and save often, you must hydrate. Anyway, I'm going to finish off this animation with a small thing that I've got a flash drive, apparently. That's very basic. But I have, there we go. And I think if we were going to make this any better, I would add additional frames of... I mean, the E just spends forever doing nothing. How do I paste insert exactly? Hang on a minute. If I hang on. If I just, I can't copy, so how can I paste insert? I thought I could copy frames from another animation. Clearly not. Anyway, I did start making another animation earlier just to practice. It wasn't very good. The walking is very stilted. And I got stuck because I wanted a big boxing glove to come out of this arcade cabinet. Could I find a boxing glove? With a comedy sort of cross thing, like a jack-in-a-box? I could not, so I gave up on that one. If I really wanted to, there might be comedy value in having like just a PNG of a boxing glove and load it in as a sprite. I think that might be something. In fact, I'm gonna have a look now. Also, why on earth? I've got this great new tab page. It's an extension, and it shows me a random picture in every time I open a new tab. Every hour. It refreshes the image every hour. And the topic that I've picked for my photos is nature. I don't have a specific collection selected, but maybe I should. Because it's come up with a very skinny looking Chinese soldier standing to attention in front of a massive picture of Chairman Mao, which is not really what I want to see. So, that's just great. Human nature could be, yeah. The worst kind. Anyway, I've refreshed it now, and incredibly, I've got a picture here which I'm pretty sure my parents have a picture of this same town as their wallpaper in the dining room. That's impressive. That's the sort of thing that I want to see. It's still not nature, but it's just a nice picture. Anyway. Which one's the best? That one's pretty good. I just want one boxing glove though, not two. One boxing glove. Ideally, like in the shape of a fist. Could I get away with that one? That's probably the best I'm gonna do. Download from this very, very above board website. Oh, that's perfect. Okay. I realise you can't see a damn thing. I'll make a new directory called Sprites, and I'll put this fantastic boxing glove in the directory. Here we go. Load Sprite image. Oh, really now? What the heck? What the heck am I supposed to do with that? I guess it doesn't support transparent PNGs. Have I got to convert it to a GIF? Maybe that'll work better. It's the thing with GIF, it's either transparent or it isn't. Probably make it a bit smaller as well. Oh no, screw it. Let's just export as .gif. Barbarian. How's that, Pivot? Do you like that? .gif? There we go. I would have said that using GIFs is a lot better for file size as well. Now we do have the problem. I made this arcade cabinet myself, and well, it is kind of, you know, an outline. So we need to find something that we can just kind of cover that up with. I don't know how we're going to do that though. Oops, wrong button. What I could do is put in a stick figure and make it white, and then just sort of manipulate it so it's right up to the edge there. That looks like crap. Could copy and paste the cabinet and fill it with lines, but this seems like a creative solution. Especially since it's only going to be for one frame, and so I think we can get away with a little jank in our animation. Trouble is with a white stick figure, I can't tell what I'm doing. There we go. You can hardly tell. Let's sort of stretch it out a little bit. think actually it might want to be a bit further out here. Punch! Oh, for God's sake. You'd think I'd have learnt by now that it's very easy to lose the frames. Oh, they are. They absolutely are. I think we can remove these two now. In fact, we could probably have removed them a while ago. Yeah. People falling over. This is why I struggle with the sort of all the edgelord stuff that you often see. And the sort of the fairly serious animations that you often see as well that are made with this. One of the biggest pivot forums was and has been revived actually, called Dark Demon. Should he get punched so hard that he flies off screen? What does that look like? No, that's added more frames where I didn't want them. Well, whatever. Well, it looks good, except it stops at the end. You're absolutely right. I just, especially for this. I want it to sort of look like it's on a spring. I don't really know how to animate that though. Spring animation is ambitious. It doesn't look terrible. Notice that there is no spring though. I'm tempted to just do like a sort of bendy line instead. Zigzagging stretchy line would work, yep. I'm not certain I have a zigzagging stretchy line to hand, but hang on. I'll put the stick figure builder on. Oopsie, that's big. We don't want it massive, do we? Maybe quite thick. Okay. Something that makes me a little bit sad is that you can't... You have an idea? Let's hear your idea. Add a save reminder to the bot. That's brilliant. And the save command. At some point it's going to come up with my current IP for Phantom Bot. Just have to keep deleting bits of my 15, there we go, finally. Every regulation is written in blood. Right, hold on. Okay. I make that joke often with Otto. It's a very specific reference from Community. Okay, we have a save command, and I'm going to add it to the timer too. There we go. I have added it to the timer. Perfect. Hello? Right, this could save a lot of time, couldn't it? Hold on. Let's make a really long one. That's probably the longest we'll need it. Well, no, it needs to be really, really long, doesn't it? And split. Split, 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 split. Oh dear. Split. Split, split. Is this too much? That might be too much. I think that's a good amount of splits. Split, split, split. Split, split, split. Split. Split, split. I'm gonna take forever to animate. You can't select multiple at once either. Do 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 do. Simply beautiful. Why does it look really wobbly though? Can you see that? It was a completely straight line and it looks kind of... Oops, not straight now. What's that button for? Thickness, okay. What's that button for? Change circle fill. Okay, I think we should save this stick figure. Spring sorter. Add! Oh, great, I'm not even... Oh, hang on. I'm not capturing the thing because I've moved windows. There we go. No subpixel rendering. No, not in the editor. Why did I put so many in? This is going to take way longer than 3 minutes to finish. But it could have been half the size. No, because then I would have come to it and I would have been like, it should have been twice the size. Oh, that reminds me, I had somebody having a go at me earlier because they took issue with the phrase vast minority, which it's a bit of an oxymoron, but it scans in English. And then they were likening it to the phrase something 10 times smaller, which it makes sense. It's fine. It's felt very nitpicky. Is that Stardew music again? Right. Ah, now the... Oh, hang on, we can rotate the whole thing, sort of, can't we? It's too big, honestly. But what I could do is sort of fold it back on itself, at least for one frame. Yeah, we could make that work. And then, oh, where's the grabby handle now? And then put it behind everything. Yeah, it could have been like half as complex. I feel like it needs to be bigger now. And less long. So you know what? I think I'm just going to call that animation there for now. I'm quite happy with how it looks. At least we've got something out of tonight. Oh dear, I can't believe that. Smack. Maybe I'll finish that on my own time at some point. 'Cause that's a bit of fun, isn't it? Should the cabinet move a bit as well? Just like tilt forward just a touch when the punch reaches its zenith. Well, anyway, that was our little bit of recall. Yeah, just a touch, not too much, because arcade cabinets, they heavy. that was a stream. That was actually a lot of fun, despite losing my film. And it was good to chat animation and do animation. Yeah. And show off my apparently untapped skills in animation. Should we go find someone to raid? I think we should. I think we should raid Villainy. Because why ever not? Remake it. Well, yeah, it's always easier because I won't have to think about what I'm doing. It'll just be a case of just doing it, and maybe it'll turn out better. But anyway, what I could do is try and pull out each frame from my recording and put it on as backgrounds, and then literally trace over them, but that seems like it would be more effort than just remaking it. Anyway, let's go raid Villainy, but first, a little song. So thank you all dearly for coming along and sitting through that. It was a lot of fun, and we shall do more animations. I think that would be fun. But yeah, for now, we'll call it. So, thank you, and